Lindsey, and we're from the Community Library at Athol. And today we're here to share a really fun craft with you using things you probably already have in your own house. Mandala rocks. After watching this video, you should be able to create one of these wonderful works of art that looks super complicated, but it's really not. So once you learn this technique, you can use it all over, even on things like little pots. So let's get started. Here's what you need to get started. You need paper towels, a cup of water, some paint colors, acrylic paint, some paint brushes and dot tools, although we'll talk about what you can use if you do not have dot tools at home, something to paint, 2 paper plates, one to put your project on and one to use as a paint palette.
So painting mandalas is very easy. I like to look for my patterns online. Pinterest is a good place to do it. The pattern I'm doing today is going to be from this website, www.colorfulcrafts.com. So today we're going to start by making a black circle. I like to wing it, but some people, you can use a stencil if you'd like to be more precise. So just start going around. Okay, so there's your black circle. Now you need to wait a little while for that to dry before you start dotting on it.
So we'll come back when the rock is dry.
So now that our black circle is dry, we're going to start with white paint. Now I just use the back of my dotting tool. Sometimes you can use the back of paint brushes. If you don't have dotting tools, you can use the dotting tools. There's some really good kits on Amazon that you can find. So just get that on there. You want a good amount of paint on it. And then you just try it. You find the center and put it down. Next, you're going to take more of a mid-size one. You're going to put little dots all around that one middle dot, but you're going to start at the top, want it fairly close, and then you go to the bottom, and then to the side. And then fill it in.
It looks like you're dipping your dotting tool in the paint every time.
Every time, yeah. So next we're going to go with a light pink. You typically start with lighter colors first and then gradually go to darker. So these dots are going to be slightly bigger, so you make the dots gradually bigger as you go. These dots are going to go right here. So they're in between the 2 white dots. So next we're going to go with a light purple. So these ones are going to be a little bit bigger, which is a little harder because we don't have bigger dotting tools, so I put a little more on my dotting tool. And it's bigger that way. Now we're going to go with a slightly darker purple. Taking that same dotting tool, I'm just going to add even more paint on there. I'm gonna go with an even darker purple next. So I'm gonna use my slightly bigger dotting tool for that one. So we're going to go with our darkest purple that we have. I'm just going to use the back of my dotting tool for this one.
So is there any way you can correct a mistake if you've dotted something not quite right, or are you just committed?
You can. It doesn't dry too fast, so I've been able to wipe it off with a paper towel and just lightly wipe it off. It should come off pretty well. If not, you can let it dry and then put a dot over the top of it if it's a dot that you aren't happy with. It's not the right color. So you want to let that dry a little while before you start adding dots over the top of the dots.
So we'll come back when they are dry.
Okay, now that our rock is dry, we can start with the next dots. Now you want to wait until the rock is completely dry before you go on to put your next dots on. You can use a hair dryer if you'd like it to go faster. So now what we're going to do is take this lighter pink color and put it on top of this light purple. And you're using a smallish one for that. Okay, next you're going to take the lighter purple color and put it on top of this slightly darker purple, and you're going to use a slightly bigger dot for that. Okay, and then of course you're going to take that next purple and put it onto your next darker purple color. And again, you're going to go up in dot size. So you want it slightly bigger for that. Next, you're going to take that purple and again go on your darkest color. And you're going to take a slightly bigger dot as well for that. Alright, so then we're going to be filling in white dots all throughout. So you're going to want it a slightly smaller dot for that. It's going to go right in between. Okay, and then you're just going to take that out and go in between these ones as well. Alright, and you are done with your mandala rock. You can embellish it more or add more dots depending on what you would like to do. You can even, if you're going to have the rocks out in your garden or outdoors, you can get Mod Podge to seal it off. I like mine matte, so most of the time I keep mine inside, so I don't put Mod Podge on them, but if they're outdoors, I would recommend putting Mod Podge on the rocks.
Thank you for tuning in with us. Hope you enjoyed and hope you make your own mandala rocks. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.